Um, this is Chiaki. I'm the founder of Giant. Giant is a platform for researchers, and I would like to briefly introduce. Science is overwhelming, sometimes in a bad way. And 3 out of every 4 researchers are replying lack of time is the main cause of hindrance. They also cited that money, human resource, and building effective environment are their headache. These are complex problems. Some are already being addressed in countries including Japan around the world. And then today, Japan is not like selling any NFTs or any DAOs. So there's almost no blockchain implemented in it. So I'm not helping the researchers in funding or in the community, but I've studied a lot hard about, so for the first place, how to decentralize the cooperate on research. So this is my theme. So science even needs more resource and needs to be more handy. The image of researchers is diversifying. It is no longer only to those affiliated with traditional universities and research institutes. For one example of democratization, there are some services that can perform experiments for you with a simple code. You can use cutting-edge machine with only $1 to $2 per experiment. Otherwise, cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Cutting-edge research can now be conducted from your home. So technology is so rapidly changing. Is it quick enough to accumulate results in the conventional papers? Are we fully leverage that networking and conferences? The Giant is a distributed research repository system that changes academia from static archive to dynamic repository. So distributed repository might sound unfamiliar. If you know GitHub, it's easier to imagine. But to put it simple, repository is a box to store anything useful. I suppose many of you have encountered the problem of keeping files relevant and organized. This is not organized as code, actually. And with Giant, you can contribute, with Giant, you can continue work while you never lose the relationship between what you put and what you get as an output. It's a snapshot of the files at that time and refreshes every time you refreshes your hypothesis. You are no longer saving individual reports or slides, but you're saving your thoughts. And more importantly, you can ask literally anyone to collaborate safely and asynchronously. Distributed repositories are basically separate copy of in your PC. It allows multiple people edit simultaneously and offline. To prevent unneeded changes or malicious instructions, users generally cannot directly edit someone else's repository. Say send you a pull request, proposal of improvement. We call it request because they put their data on the peripheral of your repository and wait you to pull. It merges only the differences and not the files, so there's no compromises. If the repository owner accepts your proposal for pull requests, Your contributions is acknowledged in the repository. You can become a contributor to any size of projects. Add your local excellent photos to the global distribution projects of loans, or point out the errors in statistics, providing Bayesian estimation analysis results, share the detail of actual vehicle behaviors to the council engineers, simulation students. Okay, the platforms seems to be convenient for me, but in the detail of the functionality user experience, yes, I'm curious as well if Giant could be helpful in your specific research topic. So give me your opinions on that. Repository consists body and dependency. Body is text-based and literally the part of your research. You write hypothesis and experiment plan results in Markdown. Dependency stores all the other related data. It can store JPEG, PNG, CSV file, or files or algorithm codes. And you may also want to pull references, books, and GitHub repositories, and external service tickets as URLs or IDs. All the data can be private or public. Private repositories can be used to store IP-sensitive information within a company or in a research lab. On the other hand, public repositories allow open access to anyone to view, cite, or make any changes. Most repositories are traced on blockchain to certify the time you created. How can you collaborate with the person that's next to you? Useful request or issue. Request is the proposal of changes or the improvements, as I mentioned earlier. And the issues, on the other hand, is giving the repository others to ask them to fill the repositories for you. The issue feature can help you break research teams down into several repositories. You can put your original to private and reveal the issues to your colleague. The request is similar to a peer review process in academic papers, while issue is like professor passing the research team to the undergrads. And machine learning is rapidly growing that it can help researchers. So maybe do research for them in the near future. We are developing protocols of research and help to cooperate with engineers and artificial intelligence.
Let's take a look at an example of an independent biophysicist named Amy. Amy has just finished her presentation at a conference, and during a coffee break, has a promising conversation with a prominent researcher, Ben. They discuss an ambitious research need that could lead to a publication in an international journal if successful. Amy starts by creating a new repository on Giant, describing the research need and its outlines. Copilot pops up several related papers. She adds them to the dependency for later review, including some Giant repositories for methodological references. Her theme is different from any of them, so she can proceed confidently. She also includes the handwritten notes she took when they had the discussion. If she put images or CSV data tables to body, their link will be saved in dependency. One of the advantages of managing research with Giant is that this pair of body dependency version to prevent losing track of which results correspond to which hypotheses. We just need to concern about the latest. Since they are stored in the form of links, it is possible to store a large amount of historical data and still be able to share it with the public. The repository is extremely lightweight and easy to manage and share. This will be fine for the first version. The research record is automatically traced with the exact timestamp and temporal storage. It cannot be falsified even by the creator herself. The date and time the record was drafted will be solid evidence when the repository is later made public and protect her rights. As Amy is editing, she receives a pull request from Ben. He suggests more appropriate title for their research topic and some dependencies of references. Amy finds it appropriate, so she merges it, and Giant successfully reflects both the changes Ben and Amy have made. Her experiments are getting complicated. She issues some repositories to list her idea. Just putting brackets converts her idea into repository. Amy has seen an enthusiastic sample collector, Simon, in one of the repositories proposed by Copilot. So she creates another issue and mentions it. If she can compare her model to data collected in former regions, she will be able to demonstrate the model's robustness. After a week later, Simon sends her a sample example. He says, if we can agree on the items we need to take, I can quickly gather about 30 samples. Please get back to me quickly. Amy writes back, admiring the careful annotation and meticulous data management. Ben also helps her to resolve whatever issues she proposed. Amy finishes her research. Since the body of the repository was almost formatted as a paper, all she had to do was compile them into the manuscript. It may be a while before she receives the results of the peer review, but she is confident that her manuscript will be accepted. While waiting for the peer review, she wanted to share her results on Giant quickly. While she was searching around for previous studies, she has seen a repository that her research seemed to be critical. She clones the repository, modifies, and makes a pull request. She did not forget to add her repository to the dependency. After a week of waiting, however, the request was rejected. It may be a somewhat exclusive repository. After asking Copilot for some other repositories she may make contributions, Amy sent another pull request. After a couple of exchanges, the merge was approved on the same day. Not many repositories are this active, but thanks to the efforts of the admins, a network is forming around this repository, leading to various important discoveries. Being one of them, Amy will be able to expand her network to Giant, and this will likely lead her to bigger academic stages and opportunities in the future.
Okay, this is the planned actual working Giant. And then I quickly go through all of them. So if there is any ambiguous or uncertain things, please let me know in the question section. And then in the third part, we'll briefly discuss the philosophy of Giant relies on and how we are developing. In the Giant community, we call good question as anticipation. And those anticipation form the core of the philosophy. It is the question that is interesting and everyone wants to solve. The Geneva Science Diplomacy data refers anticipation as a way to understand emerging, sometimes threatening technologies and translate it into concrete actions to use it safely. We think anticipation as the third engine to thrust science. We can no longer rely on prediction and forecasting in age of uncertainty and vulnerability, and we value anticipations tiny but enthusiastic. It is how people can synchronously make this complex and ambiguous world better in a decentralized way. Giant will grow into a platform that collects anticipations. The traditional concept of discipline has become too fragmented and disconnected. By presenting questions to be addressed, not only for researchers, but also for entrepreneurs, Giant will become a place to foster reliable knowledge to navigate through uncertain times. So here is the brief roadmap. I cut off the short one, but basically we implement in the next quarter, this quarter as the first version of alpha, and the next quarter I'll release the alpha and maintaining it. And then in a quarter or 4 we will implement research is to trace your research on to protect your rights of the first findings. Okay, if you have any interest in projects, contact me on Twitter's, LinkedIn, or emails, or I can show you later. Scan this page to register as a user China. So thank you so much.